Hi everybody, and welcome back to the Academic Resource Center screencast series. Today we're going to delve deeper into WebAdvisor to learn how to search for courses online. Sounds like fun, right? Right. Let's get to it. You'll notice we're already at WebAdvisor, all logged in and ready to go. From here we have a couple of different options under the registration heading. If you click on Search for Sections, you'll go directly to the main course search page. We'll start here. Next time we'll come back and check out the Register for Sections link, which is a little more versatile. So this is the standard WebAdvisor search page. There are a lot of fields here that will let you customize your search and refine your results. Always remember though, whenever you do a search for classes, you have to make sure that you fill in at least 2 of these fields. Let's take a look at them now to figure out what they all do. At the top, we have the term field, which lets you choose which semester's classes you want to search through. No matter what else you're searching for, you always have to choose a term. The search won't run if you leave this field blank. You can also enter the start and end date of classes that you're looking for, but it's usually easiest to just leave these fields alone. Below that is probably the most useful section of the search page. This is where you can narrow things down by subject, course level, and even course number and section. Clicking the Subject drop-down menu gives you a list of the various academic subjects at MCPHS, from A&P, Applied Natural Products, all the way down to SSC, Social Sciences. The Course Level menu lets you choose whether you're searching for 100 level courses up through graduate level courses. If you know the course number or section of the class that you're looking for, you can enter those here as well, but don't plug these in if you don't know them, otherwise your search won't return the right results. You can search for multiple subjects and courses here, so don't be shy. You can also search for sections based on the time that they meet, by using the sections meeting after and the sections meeting before drop-down menus, and by the days of the week that classes are offered by using the checkboxes here. There are a few more options down at the bottom of the page as well. For one thing, you can search for classes based on course title keywords, a handy option if you can't remember the exact name of the course that you want, or if you just want to see if MCPHS is offering any classes on, say, elephants this semester. You can also search for classes based on their academic level, whether graduate or undergraduate. And the course location menu is another good one to know about. You can choose to show only classes that meet at the Boston, Manchester, or Worcester campuses. You can also select the online option to see what online courses are being offered by MCPHS. Keep in mind though, if you select a specific location, your search will only yield classes offered at that location. So if you're searching for an online class and you choose the Boston location, you're not going to find what you're looking for. There's also a Colleges of the Fenway option, but don't get confused by this. It only brings up a list of dummy courses that are used during pre-registration before the full COF cross-registration process takes place. If you have questions about COF cross-registration, we'll have another screencast up soon to address that. In the meantime, feel free to check in with your advisor if you need help. Finally, you can also search for classes based on who the instructor is. Just enter your favorite teacher's name here to see what classes she's scheduled to teach next semester. And that's your overview on how to search for classes. Now let's see if we can put those instructions to good use. Let's say I want to look for a Calculus 1 class next semester. First and foremost, I have to select the fall 2012 term, which I've already done, but after that there are a few different ways I could go. I could just type calculus in the keyword field, but I think I can do better than that, so I'm going to try something else. Calculus is a math course, so I'm going to first use the subject menu to select MAT Mathematics, and I also happen to know that Calculus 1 is a 100 level course, so I could choose that too. But because I'm a smarty pants and I actually know the course number for Calculus 1, 151, I'm going to use that instead. Another thing I know is that I have trouble getting out of bed in the morning, so I'm going to see if there are any classes that meet after 11 a.m. That should narrow things down enough for me, so I can leave the rest of the fields blank. Next, I hit Submit, and there we go, results. There's a lot of information that can be gathered from this page before you decide what to register for. Each section of the class is given its own blue or white row, and within each row you can see important details like the semester the course is offered, what campus is hosting the course, or if it's online, the days, times, and location that the class meets, who's teaching it, and how many credits the class is worth. Most of the information here is self-explanatory, but there are a few pieces worth highlighting. The status column will let you know whether the class is open or closed, and if you want to register for a course online, it has to be open. Related to the status column, another way to see if a class is open or closed is the available/capacity column, a useful and misunderstood part of WebAdvisor. There are always going to be two numbers in this column. The first one is the number of seats still available in the class. The second number is the total number of students allowed to register for the class. As long as the first number is positive, then the class is still open. So here you can see that there is 1 seat available out of a total of 38. Finally, there's the section name and title column. This lists the course number, MAT.151, and the title, Calculus 1. The letter at the end of the course number is the section identifier. Don't worry about the numbers in parentheses here. Now, if you're paying attention, you'll notice that the text in this column is blue and underlined, and that's because it's actually a link. If you click on it, you'll be brought to the section information page where you can find even more details about the class. Now, a lot of this information can actually be found on the previous page, things like course number, number of credits, and so on. But one thing that can't be found here is the course description. This is especially useful when you're picking out electives and you want to get more information about a class before you commit yourself to it. You also might see additional meeting time information here, so if it looks like the full meeting information isn't listed on the first search page, make sure to check here. Finally, at the bottom of the page, there's usually a link that will give you more information about the required books for the class. And that, in a nutshell, is it. Of course, this isn't the only way you can search for classes. If you go back to the Students menu, then you can get a slightly different search page with slightly different abilities by using the Register for Sections link, and then the Search and Register for Sections link. This search page is almost exactly the same as the other one we just went over, but it has one important advantage when you use it during the registration process. That, however, will have to wait for another screencast because we are out of time. Stay tuned for our next edition when we'll be going over the online registration process and discussing that alternate search page that we just looked at. For now, the conversation will have to be continued. Stay classy, MCPHS.